Hello, this is Oleg with OpenBOM, and today I am starting a set of videos to demonstrate OpenBOM data management to you. So this is the article that I highly recommend you to read, and I will put a link to this article in this video. So, going through the article, the first thing that you see is that OpenBOM has multi-tenant data model architecture. What does it mean? It means that you can go to OpenBOM, you can create your account, and data is managed in secured and in secured way, so everyone can get access to this data based on your account settings. So pretty much you think about Facebook, in which you create your account and you can have your own profile, but sometimes you participate in groups and sometimes you participate in other activities, sharing photos and other information with other users and groups. So pretty much the same you see with OpenBOM. Everyone creates your own account, and then it can be account for a company, it can be account for a team, and data can be shared in the real time. So now I can create and register a new account. So I will put my email, put my name, and I will select the password. It's pretty much like you can do it at any moment of time. And agree with the term, create account. So if you get new account, as you can see, there is nothing here, but you already can start creating data, and I will show you some basic elements of OpenBOM data management that you can start with. So let's go back with this document. So data can be modeled in the real time. So I can create any properties and any data that I need to have in my account as I go. So there is no special data modeling thing that you need to do. There are no special administration that can be done by the administrator, but you can pretty much do it by yourself. So, and the first concept that we are going to learn is the concept of reference-instance model. What does it mean? So in any product information in OpenBOM is managed in the way of items, which we call references, and instances when we create a bill of materials. So I can have a wheel, board, axle, and screws, and I create these items in OpenBOM. And I do it in OpenBOM using catalog. So let's start from creating a catalog, which will be representation of items. And you can think about items in anything that you manage in your company. So you might have items for standard parts, you might have items for purchased assemblies or engineering assemblies. So starting this, we create a catalog. So once you create the first time OpenBOM account, you will see some demo data, but I will ignore it for the moment, and we create catalog. So pretty much simple. I call catalogs, for example, if I am doing skateboard, that would be my skateboard company items. Now the question about creating of one or multiple catalogs, I will address it in one of my following videos, but you pretty much can create as many catalogs as you want. OpenBOM will manage them all together for you. So all together they will be representing items that you manage in your company. So for the moment we create just one catalog. I created catalog. Catalog is created with some predefined properties. So typically we put part number, image, quantity on hand, description, and cost. But you can add any property, and this is where the flexibility of OpenBOM data management is showing up the first time. So anything that you see in OpenBOM can be custom. So for example, if I want to add a property, you think like Excel, but that's data management. So this is the data is not in Excel, of course. So for example, if I want to create notes, and I put the, for example, revision note to the catalog, to each item, I just select this property and I add this property. So as you can see, property is added immediately. And at any moment of time, you can remove property, and basically now you create a database of all your items. So let's create several items just for example to show how it will work. So for example, I will be typing part numbers, but you can also create a part number setup mechanism that will allow you settings of prefixes and running numbers and all of this. So let's create a part for for a skateboard wheel, okay? And the cost of the wheel will be $3.4. And now we can go and we can select an image and upload image to OpenBOM property. So if I will be searching for a wheel, so that's would be probably wheel that I can use, right? And I can upload an image. So you're getting OpenBOM item. Now I can go and add another item. Let's say that would be another item, and that would be my board. Okay, so that would be a board. And now I'm looking for an image that I might have on my disk, and that would be a board. So that would be the board that I would be using. And I also have a cost for this board, and that would be $10.50. And now let's put a screw that I also want to manage. So that would be another part number, and I would be searching for screw, my disk. So I can put the screw. So pay attention for the moment. This is the items that I'm creating. It's like, think about as items as a database. So I'm not using them yet. Those are just items that I can either order or I produce them. Okay. So for example, I will be producing this board. So the board will be an item as well. So I can add an item, and I can say that would be my part number, and that would be the skateboard. I don't know if I have an image of skateboard, but let's see. So now that would be something else. Maybe I have this one. Okay, so let's use this. Let's use this one. Okay, just for visuals. So that would be my board, and this is the board. And later on we will calculate the cost of this, but you see, this is a kind of database. So in OpenBOM, everything that I would like to manage in the catalog, I can manage, and this is a database of all items that I manage. So now what I'm going to do next is I am going to create actually a bill of materials. So remember this picture. So what we created now, we created those references. So we created those items. So we don't have a product yet. So one of the things that OpenBOM allows you to do is allows you to manage those references in the catalog, and then you can instantiate these items. So they will become actually a product. So you can create one bill of materials for one item, for one product, and create another bill of materials for another product. And those products will be using the same reference. So it's just think about reference-instance database of information that you need to have. So now what I will be doing, I'm going back to the dashboard. So I can open multiple tabs with the OpenBOM. It's actually a good technique that you can use, so you don't need to jump between them all the time. And now you create a bill of materials. So I can create bill of materials manually, but I can also create bill of materials directly from a catalog, because this is my assembly item. So I want to create bill of materials for this assembly item, so I'm saying open item BOM. And OpenBOM knows that there is no bill of materials for this item, so we create bill of materials for this BOM. It's already, everything is selected. So we have a catalog selected. And I can put the catalog of SK company items, and this is my board, and I created bill of materials. So as you can see, bill of materials created for the first time. There is nothing here, but what is important that you can pay attention is that the properties of items in a BOM already include all information as you designed it in the catalog. So what I can do now is I can start selecting items. So I can do search, and in this case I will see all these items, but I can also just type them. So in my particular case I will select the board, and as I include these items, the information is automatically added, and you can see it in the grid and you can see it in the item info. So now I can add the quantity, because quantity, remember, this is another important thing. There are properties that are properties of the references. So those are properties coming from catalog, and those properties are always the same for all instances of this part in any different bill of materials. So think about this database. You have a cost, you have description, you have all the information about these items. But when you include it in a BOM, you might include it one time with one quantity, another time with another quantity. So this is exactly what happens here. This is the one board in this bill of materials. Now I can add another item, and that's going to be a wheel, all right? So, and I can add a wheel. Pretty much everything goes the same, but now I have 4 wheels. And now I can add a screw, and that's going to be another item. And I will have, let's say, 10 screws. So what happens now is that we created bill of materials from these 3 items, and we put how many quantities. So I can create another bill of materials with another part number, and the items will be different, but the information about items will be the same, because it will come from the same catalog, as you can see it on this image. And this is what OpenBOM Reference-Instance model means. So you create references, that's the catalog. This is the database of all items, and then you create bill of materials. So what I demonstrated to you is this OpenBOM Reference-Instance quantity bill of materials model. And we also discussed properties. So OpenBOM can support different type of properties just by navigating in this document. You can go and you can see the property is the actual elements of the database. So you can have a text, different type of properties like text, number, lists, date, currency. So all this information is here, and links. So all this information is here. You can take a look. But that's what I wanted to talk about this video, the basics and fundamentals about reference instance model. Now, in my next video, I will talk about parent-child relationships and how OpenBOM is managing bill of material structures. So thank you very much, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.